Now that Sunbreak is introducing subspecies into Rise, I think it would be a good time to discuss on what monsters may appear or return in this upcoming DLC. When Rise was released, it was quite odd that Capcom omitted subspecies to the roster when World had them at launch. So in this video, let's have a look at what the future title updates may give us, and see if there would be any surprises. In World, once you reach high rank, in the base story, you'll be able to fight rarer versions of monsters that you've already fought. These include Pink Raffian, Azure Raphalos, and Black Diablos. In Iceborne, they have expanded on this by bringing in monsters such as Brute Tigrex and Stygian Zinogre. With the case for Monster Hunter Rise, there are plenty of monsters that have returned that have their own variations from past games. Now in my opinion, having the subspecies that we've already seen in Iceborne come back in Rise feels a bit repetitive and done already. So in this video, we will try and look at some subspecies that have not appeared in World or Iceborne, as well as in Gen Ultimate. Firstly, let's have a look at some monsters that have appeared in World and Iceborne, but did not have their respective subspecies return in those games. You got the Barroth and the Barioth. These are two 3rd gen monsters that have their own subspecies in Portable 3rd and Free Ultimate. With Barroth, you get the Jade Barroth. First introduced in Portable 3rd, it's an ice variant that resides in the tundra. This brute wyvern replaces the original Barroth's mud gimmick with ice and snow, inflicting hunters with Ice Blight and the Snowman debuff. It possesses unique attacks such as throwing large ice chunks and charging at players in a U-turn. Another unique feature to this monster is that when it's weak, it retreats to Area 1 and opens up a new path to 2 new areas. In the tundra, only one other monster can do this, and it's the Deviljho. With Barioth, his subspecies is the Sand Barioth. This thing resides in the sandy plains and has a better control when using its whirlwind attack. It can also perform different combos during combat, and if its wings are broken, it can still be mobile, unlike its regular counterpart. The sandy plains returned in Rise, so it would be fitting if the Sand Barioth makes its return. Before Rise, Royal Ludrov's Lacerprians was in Gen Ultimate, which didn't really have any subspecies. His respective subspecies, however, is still stuck in Free Ultimate, the Purple Royal Ludrov. There really isn't much to say about this subspecies. Simply replace the water attacks of the regular one with poison, and then you have this guy. If Purple Ludrov had to make his return, then there has to be some sort of minor revamp to make this fight more fresh. In Rise, we have some returning monsters from the 1st gen that have their own variants, but unlike the previous 3, these subspecies have appeared more recently. With Khezu, you've got yourself the Red Khezu, a more aggressive counterpart that can use its throbbing neck to greater effect, being able to penetrate the defenses of players more deeper, and has a formidable length that will make fighting this thing extremely deadly. Another fellow 1st gen entry is Bosarius. You could say its mature counterpart, the Gravios, would pass as a variant. They pretty much function the same, but Bosarius does have a proper subspecies, the Ruby Bosarios. Now unfortunately, this is one of the few subspecies I have not fought yet, but from what I can gather from footage of this thing, it drops crystals when performing some attacks. And these crystals can be mined, but only for a limited time though. However, other than that, there isn't really much to say about this guy, other than it behaves like a regular Bosarios. Although, with how Bosarios has been reworked in Rise, it would be interesting to see how this subspecies will behave in a newer environment. Now, I've only mentioned these monsters because they did not appear in Gen Ultimate or Iceborne. But, what monsters do you think would appear in the future title update? What are some subspecies you would prefer to return? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I shall see you later.